Hey guys, this is Justin here. Today's podcast, I will be demonstrating how to do video analysis on Angry Birds. Okay, so the first thing I did was I recorded myself playing a game of Angry Birds, and you can see that, right? Okay, and when you're playing the game, make sure it's a parabola, right? And so the first thing I did with the game was I don't know if you can see it here, but there's like this green line kind of here. That green line. What I did was I used the ruler looking item over here and I drew it out here and I set it equal to 0.9 meters. Here, I'll do it for you right now. Can you see this green line? Right. I set that equal to 0.9 meters. Okay. And so that's what you're assuming about the bird, that it's 0.9 meters tall. You're also assuming the gravity is negative 9.8 meters per second. And so you use that as your scale. Next thing you do is set the coordinates. Okay? And that is with this over here. Make sure you just put the coordinate like right in the middle of the bird. Or the origin, sorry. So you should have that there. Okay, make sure the bird's right in the middle of the origin. And then before you start plotting your points as a parabola, you have to go to options, movie options. You have to say that the first VA point defines movie time 0. And just what that means is once you click, that point's going to be 0. And from then on it's just going to start from 0. It's basically all it is at your first click. And also, this here will start at 1, but you should change it to 3 or 5 so you're not at your computer forever. Okay, that just means that it'll skip 3 frames or 5 frames, right? And last thing to remember while you're clicking away is that you should try to get the dot on a specific point every time. Okay, so what I did was I just try to click on its eye every time, and you can see that there. Okay, it'll just make your graph look better. Okay, and so once you're done with that, you should have your parabola here, and you're going to insert 4 graphs. Okay, the first graph is your x displacement graph. Okay, all you have to do is click on it, left click on the x, and it'll give you that. Okay, then you'll insert another graph, and then to change this to a velocity graph, right, that we need, it'll be x velocity or x, right? And so these 4 graphs are the 4 graphs that you need, so insert graphs until you can get these 4. Okay, and then when analyzing these graphs, first things you should know is that the slope of this graph here, the x displacement and y displacement graphs, should be these graphs. Okay, so since this is a constant line, it's a constant slope, its x velocity graph should be a constant horizontal line, right? So that makes sense. And for here, the y displacement, it's a over here that you can see here. This number, this negative 4.8, should be half of gravity. Okay, gravity is 9.8 meters per second, so that's pretty close, good enough. And its slope over here, the y velocity, should be 9.8, right? So I got -10 over here. Once again, good enough. And to do a curve fit, all you have to do, so for the X displacement graph over here, it's a linear function. Okay, so what you do is highlight it all right here, then go to the f of x up here, the curve fit, and it's linear. So that's the mt plus b linear equation, and you're gonna try that fit, right? Hit OK, and so there you have it, your line here. And then for the y, it'll be the same exact thing, except, so you highlight, the only difference is it's not a line, so you're gonna have to use the quadratic curve fit. And so you try fit, see that, and hit OK. And then what else? That's about it. So thank you, and stay tuned for more bigger and better things.